Morning all, how you doing? Oh God, I hate Mondays. Even when I'm not at work, I don't like Mondays. I go on the piss Friday and Saturday and I feel like someone was sucking my eyeball while I was asleep on Sunday night. It's not very good. Why do we drink, eh? Well, I know why we drink, because we listen to this shit 24/7. If you're at the age where you read the news every day, you need to drink, don't you? You have to. You have to, so you don't go completely mad living in the fucking real world. Mank Flyer, how you doing? Huzzah! Of course, I'm always late, yeah. If you drank as much as I did on a weekend, you'd be late. Frankly, I'm amazed I'm here at all. A peculiar tramp broke into my room and sucked my eye while I was asleep. All right, yeah, I'm all right. I'm glad everyone's here. Thanks for tuning in. I was just watching Tulsi talking fucking sense. My favourite seat. I went to see Tulsi. She remains the only American politician I've actually went to see, to give political support to in person and donated to a campaign. This was a couple of years ago when she was at LAX. But yeah, she's fucking sound. The only really bipartisan politician I can think of, and always speaks out about Democrat stupidity, even though she is one. That's what I like to see. But yeah, what a weekend. Oh, I went to a place called Solvang. They have a good brewery up there. Went through everything on the taps, obviously. Some of that IPA the Americans makes about fucking 10%. You think it's just normal beer, and then you're like, hey, this is quite nice. And then you have like 5 pints, and all of a sudden you're totally fucked, and you're like, and you go on Google and check the percentage out, and it's like 9%. It's not a good thing. Whiskey straight out, there's a man who knows a lot about booze. The thing is, with whiskey, you know what you're drinking. You know when you have a small amount of it, it's going to get you pissed if you have about 7 or 8 shots, because you know how strong it is. But with pints, when you're used to born and raised in England and you're used to drinking like bitter and real ale, it's typically between 4 and 5%. You just think, I can have 6 and I'll be a bit tipsy. I can have about 10 and I'll be a bit pissed. And I can have about 14 and I'll be fucking mortaled. But when you're in America and you've got these microbreweries, I think it's related to when you're a teenager and you first start going drinking. It might just be in Middlesbrough, but certainly when I was a teenager and you go for a drink, when it's like a novelty value. I was going drinking in Borough when I was about 15. There was a famous bar in town called Rooney's. It hasn't been there for years. But everyone knew they'd serve you when you were a kid. And I went in and started getting pissed. And after about my 8th pint of Guinness, the bartender said to me, if you keep drinking this fast, son, you'll never live to your 18th birthday. And all the locals started laughing. But when we started going out drinking when we were kids, we used to just march up to the front, see which pump had the highest percentage written on it, and go, I'll have that one. Like, you just wanted whatever was going to get you destroyed. So it seems like, I think, because the US has got a bit of a chip on the shoulder, because Europeans always said, oh yeah, American beer's like piss. The famous Monty Python joke was, or was it just John Cleese? But he said that making love in a canoe is like drinking American beer, because they're both fucking close to water. That was what they used to say about American beer. And I remember, certainly in the 90s, the only stuff that you would get across the pond was Miller, Bud and Coors sort of stuff. Definitely in the mid-90s. I remember because there was a shop in Borough, used to sell them all like 8 for a fiver, all the imported American ones. But they were all like piss. Coors Light, Miller Light. Shit doesn't get you drunk. It's like fucking Perrier water. And then I think the Americans got a chip on the shoulder because the Europeans and the Brits were taking the piss out of the beer and saying it was weak. And now it most certainly is not weak, like at all. People who say American beer's like piss have never been to a microbrewery, because all them fucking... I know there are hundreds of them now, because obviously it's just money. Hundreds of them that sell beer that's fucking... They do IPAs that are like 8, 9, 10%. And they taste nice as well. And you think, oh, that's not too strong. It fucking blows your face off. They sell some of them in the UK now. Firestone's a good beer you can get in the UK now that they make out here. The brewery's just a couple of miles up the road from me out here in Central California. What else do they make that's good? Lagunitas IPA. That's available in the UK. I've seen it. Stone Arrogant Bastard Ale. That's quite popular. They're all fucking around here in Central California. There's loads of them, and they all fucking blow your face off. They melt your face like Claudia Webb after a date when she ditches a pint of sulfuric acid in your grid. The fucking weirdo. So yeah, that is an old myth that won't die, that American beer is weak as piss. It fucking isn't. Not if you know what you're drinking. Light beer is piss, but now we've started making light beer, haven't we? If you go to an English brewery now, you can get fucking light beer. It's piss. If it's light beer, it's piss. I wouldn't wash my feet with it. It's like Perrier water. It tastes like fizzy water and it's yellow. It's shit. So, yeah, Buckfast. Yeah, you're still not going to beat Buckfast, like. Buckfast is still smash the hoose juice. That's what they call it, don't they? Smash the hoose juice. All right, nothing I've drank is as strong as Buckfast, but it's not, objectively, it's not weak, right? So it's not as strong as Bucky, but it's getting there. They're getting up there. But gee, I'll tell you a story about that. When my dad's mate Paul, little Paul, he was a steel erector who he used to work with, and he went on holiday fishing in Ireland. Where do they all go on the west coast? He says at Galway. They always go fishing. There's loads of borough lads always go to west coast of Ireland and go fishing. And he went over there and he got a bottle of that. He brought it back for me nana, because my nana was a proper pisshead. I've told you guys loads of dits about me nana. My stabby nana. She was a scary, formidable woman. She bumped into a murderer in the shop who killed a friend of hers. And when he said hello Hilda, she was like, "You fucking murderer!" Like, she was a scary woman, me nana. She was a rough, formidable lady. And she used to drink like 2 bottles, big glasses of whiskey every day before she went to bed. So she'd get through about 2 bottles a week. So she was a well-known drinker, and everyone used to bring booze around our house for her. And when Paul went there, he brought a bottle of Pachin back. And he said, "Give that to Hilda, but tell her to make sure she cuts it with stuff. Because if she drinks that on its own, she'll go blind." And my dad said he left it on the kitchen table for her. He told her, "Make sure you mix it, because it's strong, that." She went, "Yeah." He said he come down the stairs the next morning, she drank about half the fucking bottle. He was like, "Jesus." He said she come downstairs and she went, "Oof, that's the first time I've slept in years, that, Davey. It must be strong, that stuff." He said, yeah, it is, yeah. "Did you mix it?" I told her. She said, "Oh, yeah, I filled half my tumbler with that and the other half with Diamond White." And he went, "Fuck. If you don't remember, Diamond White was like white cider that was about 7%. He was just a fucking animal. Purely drinking it to get pissed before she went to bed. All right, Jim, how we doing? Shams now then. Tommy, whoever else. Sorry, I'm missing everyone. I'm just nattering. So it's dangerous stuff, that. So, all right, I'm not talking about exceptions to the rule, yeah. Bucky and fucking Pachin and bathtub fucking gin, but I'm just saying mass market stuff. Stone Arrogant Bastard, I think that's about 9% or 8.7 or some shit. So yeah, good stuff. Right, should we do some fucking news then? If you haven't gone and watched it, go and check out my last video about that foot-faced fucking monstrosity, Claudia Webb, IQ of a fucking pork pie. How that creature has ever got near political power staggers me. This is what I'm saying. It's not about immutable characteristics, is it? It's not. If you're going to pick someone's gender or someone's race, you might as well just pick hair colour, eye colour, foot size. It's about being fucking competent. And if the most intelligent, reasonable person for the role is the last thing you'd expect, well, who gives a fuck? You still get male gynecologists, don't you? There's a mad shit to come out with you, and these crazy times I have to say this stuff. But no one's ever said, "Why can a man be a gynecologist?" You know, like I keep talking about these fucking idiots who think you have to be a thing to know about a thing. You have to be how can a man be a gynecologist? Nobody ever says that. Because if you've spent 10 years in medical school with trust that you have the training and the intellectual capacity to be able to do the job. Nobody gives a shit about what you are, what you happen to be. It's, are you clever? Are you intelligent? Are you sensible? Are you reasonable? Are you rational? Are you intelligent? Are you experienced? It isn't, oh, you happen to be a fucking whatever, midget with a club foot, or you'll definitely be the fucking best one for the midget club foot fucking reunion. Just take people who can do the job. Whoa, how loud's that? That's a rocket launch. You guys hear that? The whole fucking house is shaking. Maybe you can't because there's a noise reducer on my microphone. The whole fucking house is like, holy shit. Rocket launch, because the place up the road is it's the Space Force base, Vandenberg Space Force base. They have fucking rocket launches every now and then, and you're like, whoa, like noisy. Anyway, yeah, total bollocks. Claudia Webb got the job because they said, excuse me, Claudia Webb got the job because they said, stupid bastards that they are, we have to have an all BAME female shortlist. Like, can you imagine it? Just the idea is lunacy, isn't it? Like, some guy's going to walk in, he's ridiculously clever and knowledgeable and intelligent, and they've gone, yeah, but he hasn't got tits. He hasn't got tits, so fuck him. So fuck him. Would you do it in anything else? Would you do it in anything where safety is concerned? Like, I don't know, your mum's having a heart attack. And you phone the fucking ambulance. Make sure it's a BAME woman of colour. Why? Make sure the cunt knows how to do CPR. How about that? People are fucking crazy. The left are crazy. I don't want to whinge about lefties all day. I just want to be entertained. But they're fucking mental. And we don't do it in anything else, do we? The medical analogy is a good one to make because we don't do it in anything else. There is no problem I could think of where I would go to the doctor, for example, and I walk in and there's a woman behind the desk. And I'm like, oh, hey, hang on. A woman? You can't possibly know how to correctly diagnose testicular cancer. Why? Well, you haven't got a set of balls, have you? Although, fucking hell, even that, right? The left is so fucking crazy, I guess you can't say that now, can you? She'd go, how dare you say I haven't got a cock and balls? It's 2021, you cunt. I might have a set of piss flaps and ovaries, but I can still have a cock and balls. In fact, I can have a bigger cock and balls than you bastard. That's what they're like nowadays, isn't it? They get angry and say mad shit like that. Like when the jihadi goes mental and Obama goes, oh yeah, but it's got nothing to do with the religion of peace. It's probably Jesus' fucking fault. He's been dead 2,000 years, you cunt. Probably Jesus' fault. It's like you've got diabetes because you drink nothing but Pepsi and they go, you know who we should take this up with? Them fuckers who make tap water. What? Who the water board? It's fucking lunacy. Absolute lunacy. But you don't do it anything else, do you? Taxi driver. Taxi pulls up. Take me man to the airport. Yeah. Are you a good driver? Yeah, fucking hell. I used to drive Formula 1, me. But you're not a woman, are you? What? I don't trust you to drive my mother to the fucking airport because you haven't got a minge. It's lunacy. That's why it's funny. Saying like that is a joke, basically. People chuckle. Haha, that's funny. But it's like, it's not even a joke. It's just an accurate reflection of the reality we now live in. And that's what I'm talking about with regards to satire. Like, we fucking killed satire because half the shit I've just said's actually come true. Keir Starmer will sit there with a straight face and go, oh yeah, but a man can have a cervix. No, he can't. No, he can't. A man can be into cock. He can't fucking have a cervix. Unless all objectives just gone out the window. All objectivity, right? Because that's the problem now, isn't it? It's like back in the day. We used to have objectivity. Like, I think that's what we need, a return to quality control. I use the term quality control because that's my work background. But that's what we need. We need quality control because at least in the 90s, we always had standards for making a statement about anything. Like, for example, if you were trans, there was trans people in the 90s, but there was always like a standard. Like, you wouldn't just be a big hairy ass geezer with fucking forearms like Popeye, and you've not done anything at all. You'd like totally just look like me, stubble, short hair, manly chin, right? Yeah. And you could just go, I'm a woman. It didn't used to work like that in the 90s. It used to be like, you would say you were a woman, and it might be like a quite masculine woman with like an Adam's apple, but she'd always have like a wig on, always have a feminine haircut, and have like a dress on. And people would know it was a trans woman, but they'd be polite because people are nice, and they'd go, oh, hello, miss. And they could tell that she was trans, but because she was putting the effort in, there was a baseline of quality control, which was like, you know, as simplistic as that in it. Like, you've got a bit of lippy on, you've got your fucking hair done, and you've got a nice flowery dress on. Yeah, okay, you've put some effort in. But it's only now where we'll just go, fucking Jeff Capes, he's just threw a fucking fridge freezer over a wall. He's taking part in the fucking strongest man in the world competition. And he'll go, oh yeah, I was the strongest man 10 minutes ago. I'm on my fucking break now. Now I'm the best fucking most feminine woman in the road, you cunt. And everyone has to say, oh yeah, she is. She's even better at being a woman than you are. Because that's what we do now, innit? We don't just, like I said, objectivity's completely gone out the window. Now we're so nice, we have to just lie to ourselves. And then you'll get a biological woman like Sharon Davies saying, I don't think that fucking hairy ass truck driver from New Zealand should be telling me what it means to be a woman, or Jessica Yaniv, and they'll go, oh yeah. Technically, she knows what it's like to be a woman more than you do. And then they come up with a load of social justice fucking buzzwords. Oh no, because what happens is, if we want to inform the outcomes for the reality of our female bodies, well, that doesn't happen if you're born with a female body. So, I mean, this is just the fucking gobbledygook to come out with, isn't it? So in order to properly rely on equity and inform the outcomes, technically, the most feminine women used to be men because they understand the reality of having lived experience of not being a woman. What the fuck did you just say to me, chomper? You brain-dead, sheep-toothed communist. Everything they say is gobbledygook. I was just riffing there, just doing fucking social justice speak. And that's how they all sound. They go on TV with a straight face and do all of that shit. Equity, diversity, inclusion, fucking blah, 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 blah. Bollocks, 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 bollocks. 10-inch cock knows more about being a woman than fucking Jessica Rabbit. Right? It's just fucking gobbledygook. And everybody knows it's gobbledygook. Everybody knows it's gobbledygook. That's what I'm telling you. Even they don't believe it. AOC doesn't believe it. It's self-serving. She's like, she gobs off and it's all for the cameras. She was fake crying about some Israel revolution for their indirect weapon system to counteract when the jihadis fire rockets and mortars and stuff. Iron Dome defense system. So she was doing crocodile tears on TV about it. And she didn't fucking vote no. She abstained because there's a large Jewish community in New York. So she didn't even stand against it herself. And then she started doing crocodile tears for the television. AOC doesn't believe the own shit she comes out with. It's pure political theatre, drivel and dross for the fucking camera. She doesn't believe it herself. So, total fucking dog shit. And, just absolute lunacy. No objective standards, just fucking madness. Anyway, let's do one good story before I can it for the day. I need to go and drink 8 pints of water and sit in the hot bath sobbing because I'm past 40 and I can't fucking drink all weekend anymore. Here's a good one. He's a fucking great one. Here's one. I'm not gay, my boyfriend is. Yeah, I'm not gay. I just like getting my fucking ring piece smashed to bits by 12 sailors on a Saturday. Not gay though. No, because I can identify as gay for 8 minutes on a fucking Saturday night. And then I'm more straight than you cunt. Right? That's over. Yeah, I'm more straight than you fucker. I'm more straight than you fucker. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not. I'm not having a go. You can be. There's nothing wrong with being gay, fella. But don't tell me you're more straight than I am when you've spent the whole fucking weekend getting rinsed. Right? Just don't. Some of us like reality, thanks. Yeah, I'm not having welders telling ballet dancers that they're more fucking feminine than they are. Right? So this is a good story to do. Because this is another example of Bootneck's law. Long-term watchers know what Bootneck's law is, right? It's if you see a fucking story on the BBC that ends in a question, the answer is almost always no, right? If you're an objective person like me and you like to live in reality, if the BBC asks you a question in a headline, the answer is almost always no. Before you read the story, and should we rebrand virginity? No, not reading it. Just applying the law. Just applying the law. Don't take it up with me. It's the law. Should we rebrand virginity? No. I have a crush on Angela Rayner, you filthy bastard. I'm a qualified welder, and if I say I'm a woman, then I am. Well, I've called it a Nicola Sturgeon, but unfortunately for you, most of planet Earth thinks Nicola Sturgeon has got the IQ of a fucking mackerel. Yeah, there's a fish-based analogy. She's called Nicola Sturgeon. She's got the brains of your average sea creature. You know, mackerel's one of the thickest fucking fish going. Just swim around in a circle all day. Yes, Whiskey Straight Al, I have. I've already had that text message off more than one person. Funny old thing. It's like whenever there's a big event now, you just get spam with text messages about it, don't you? So let's read this story, shall we? Should we rebrand virginity? What do you think? Look at that. Look at that. Sexual debut. Why? Why are we wasting our time with minutiae? What's the point? What's the point? Half the fucking world's on fire. They're stuffing women into fucking Hessian sandbags in Afghanistan. And we've just given the world's biggest terrorist group $80 billion worth of fucking munitions. And you're telling me we have to start talking about sexual debuts? Why? Is the term virginity outdated or even obsolete? Some experts argue we need a workable alternative to discuss early sexual experiences. Experts. This is, again, the world we're living in where we've killed the meritocracy. Experts. If Claudia Webb and Diane fucking Abacus and Angela Rayner, the Rainiac, if they're in Parliament representing this once great nation, do you trust the experts? I've said this before. I said this last year. When Michael Gove said, oh, people have had enough of experts, he was fucking right. He was right. We've had enough of experts. Not because we're ignorant, stupid, sitting on a cashmere fucking blanket, eating fucking, smoking gitans and drinking £90 bottles of wine. No, it's not because we're ignorant. It's because you fuckers have killed the meritocracy. You've killed it dead. You just give the jobs to the idiots. We've got a way better qualified candidate, but we can't give the job to him because here we have an idiot that ticks some boxes we've decided are important. Fuck it. Look around your eyes. Look around. Seriously. You don't need to take my word for it. Look, open your eyes. Look at a morbidly obese midget female firefighter. Look at a little short, fat, roly-poly, fucking cut the self-shaving marshmallow foam comes out, fucking put the belt on with a boomerang, squat, Jabba the Hutt looking policeman rolling down the street to fill his fucking face at Starbucks. Just look around you. We don't live in a meritocracy anymore. Claudia Webb, a fucking plank. A plank. Diversity quotas for airline pilots. There's a good one. It's madness. Where's it going to end? I mean, it seems like it's even affecting professional sports now, so where's it going to end? Are they going to start going, basketball players? Oh, they're all tall. You have to have at least 2 dwarves in every basketball team, you cunts. This is equity. This is equity. Where's it going to end? When it starts to get into professional sports, that's when we know the world's going to go mad. And that's what they're going to end up doing. Fucking hell, these basketball players are all a bit tall. Get a fucking dwarf in there, you horrible bigoted bastards. I think they might get away with it for longer because most of them are black. And it's obviously a black-dominated sport. So they might get away with it for longer. But once the communists have dealt with everybody else, they'll circle back around, to use Jen Psaki's dog shit fucking terminology, and they'll get them eventually as well. They'll get them. They'll be like, fucking hell, the LA Lakers are all a bit tall, you bigoted bastards. Let's get a lesbian with a club foot and a couple of fucking midgets in here. The world's fucked. So Michael Gove was right. Diane Abbott is not fit. Diane Abbott wouldn't fit. That sentence can only make sense if you change that one word. Diane Abbott wouldn't fit in a JCB. There you go. Now it makes sense. But it's fucking lunacy. So yeah, Michael Gove was right. Experts. There are no experts. Because we don't hire experts anymore. We hire people to tick boxes. And if they think a thick twat should be an expert, oh, you'll get a thick twat for an expert, all right. Look at them in the universities, right? I talked about it last week. Fucking fiddle your paperwork, cheat, lie, steal, backstab to get into Yale, Harvard, Princeton. They all get the degree. Thick as 2 short planks. Still walk out of there an expert, don't you? Yes, you fucking do. You know it's true. Thick as 2 short planks. As thick as a Docker sandwich. Check out Paz's video from today. As thick as mince. That's what they are. Abbott is a square peg in a round hole. Abbott is just a square. A big fucking cube. A cuboid politician. Yeah, Rotten Politics. Go and check out his channel. Anyone on here that hasn't makes good stuff. But him, me, Paz, we've all tortured these useless Labour twats. We don't live in a meritocracy anymore. We just don't. So apparently the concept of virginity has problems. Why has it got problems? It's because virginity is a gift to be given or taken from them. The idea is a problem. And few have offered workable alternatives. What problems it causing? What problems? Tell me. Give me a problem it's causing. Has the power gone out? Can't feed the kids? Dog shit all over your living room? What problems it caused? Anyone know? When did you lose your virginity? Your fucking windows break. What's the problem? Is your daughter still a virgin? Fucking earthquake. It doesn't cause any problems. It causes problems for ridiculous brain-dead communists and nobody else. We still have this old rickety work that encapsulates what's supposed to be an expansive time. It's such a limiting phrase. Nicole, there's another expert. Nicole is an expert. Nicole is an expert that is of no use to anybody. The one saving grace that will cheer me up when the inevitable comes and the mullahs nuke us because we're too busy talking about fucking virginity. The one saving grace will be that the experts that caused it all will be the most useless. Like, I don't think I'm Johnny Rambo. I've been retired for years now, out the Marines. But once a Marine, always a Marine. I'm still very fit. I still go running and I train every day. I can still do the very basics of survival. And I've got a gun I can shoot. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be fucking Johnny Rambo eating shit that makes a billy goat puke, but at least I know for a fact that when everything goes completely tits up, Nicole Hodges is going to end up starving to death before fucking angry Bootneck does. And that'll give me a fucking satisfied throb on when I'm fucking walking around the industrial wasteland. As long as I know the experts and the politicians and the actors and the pop stars are all going to fucking starve to death before I do. When we're walking around I'll be walking around the post-apocalyptic wasteland with a fucking lob on. I'll have a lob on the entire time. I'll be cackling maniacally as I'm biting the head off a pigeon because I'm loving it, knowing for a fact that all these useless shitbags that caused the whole fucking calamity are at least doing worse than I am. So yeah, there we go. Need a drink. I told you I'm getting dry now after boozing all weekend. So yeah, brilliant. Fucking brilliant. What else is a music out? Sexual debut has evolved. Get in. We're fixing the big problems, boys and girls. The pandemic's over. Cancer has been consigned to the dustbin of history. Nobody dies of old age anymore because we're using the term sexual fucking debut. Winner. And obviously they have some howling birds kissing. Obviously. Get us a picture of some howling birds kissing. That'll cheer everybody up. You can't watch a TV programme without seeing two fucking fellas trying to lick each other's fucking tonsils clean, can you? My dad phoned me dad a few weeks back and that's the first thing he said to me. He was like, I can't turn on the fucking telly without two blokes snogging each other. It's unbelievable. Again, they're the prejudiced ones, aren't they? Because I just watch TV. I don't think about this stuff. They're like, get me another black in here to kiss a Chinaman. What? You're the tolerant one? I don't give a fuck who's on the screen. Just act. Make something. Hup. Black and Chinaman, start snogging quick. We need some. It's fucking lunacy. Whoa. There isn't enough fisting in this week's EastEnders. You, Tommy, Roger a sailor over that fucking post box. The fucking world's gone mad. The world's gone fucking mad. So there you go. Sexual debut. That's going to fix the world. But is it too simple? Is it too simple? No. It's not quite as simple as the old fucking word, is it? Oh, look. Is that a heterosexual couple? Fucking hell, you don't see that very often, do you? My God, that looks like it might be a man kissing a woman. Just, wow. The cock's still going fannies every now and then? Well, fuck me backwards. Yeah. You would think we'd have gone extinct by now because you never see a bloke fucking a bird anymore, do you? It's always just geezers piping each other or women rubbing fucking fannies. Two blokes eating a crick. That was fucking honking, that. So yeah, anyway, what a load of bollocks. I'm not even going to share the link because trust me, you don't want to fucking read it. Hopefully you can just forget this ever happened. Let's get rid of it. Oh no, there's another one. What does sex positively mean? Fuck, I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it. Continue. Fuck off. I've had enough. I'm not doing it. I'll rip my own head off in rage if I read all of that. I'm not doing it. Sorry. I've bottled it. Ladies and gents, I've bottled it. Oh God, I've closed one story. More fucking chaos. The centre-left claim a narrow election victory. Right, well, I will say this to end on. I'm not going to overly critique the German election because I don't think the left winning in Germany, will cause a massive issue because Germany has had such a fear brainwashed into them due to, the events of the last couple of, not just the last, well, since the Second World War, basically. But because of that, the Germans, they don't really have a proper right wing and they don't really have a proper left wing. What you've got in Germany is just a massive stitch up from the middle. So it's unlikely that the lefties winning in Germany is as big of a problem for the Germans as you would think it's going to be. Because unlike in England, where we genuinely do have a fucking loony left, the German left are nowhere near as fucking mental as ours are, because they've basically got a stitch up from the middle in Germany. Just total stitch up. You've got no choice in Germany. You've just got stitch up from the middle. So these guys aren't as fucking mental as the British lefties are. I don't think it's going to end up with Germany being in a complete shit show, because they haven't got a fucking choice. Now, you can talk about that all day long, about how terrible it is that the Germans have got no real choice in politics anymore. But objectively, the Germans, rotten, yes, the Germans, they haven't got as many issues with the left as we do. Because their lefties, compared to ours, are positively fucking sensible. Like, think about it. What's conservative about Angela Merkel? What's conservative about the German conservatives? They're about as good at conservation as fucking ISIS, right? They're as good at conserving things as a fucking Nazi with a flamethrower. They're not conservative. So it stands to reason they haven't got a left either. All they've got in Germany is a stitch up from the middle. We don't either is debatable, rotten, because I think the current glut of leftists that the Labour Party is pandering to are the loony left. Keir Starmer is trying to keep a lid on it, but he's going to fail miserably, because the demand now, after 30 years of academic brainwashing, the demand is for a proper loony left. They ousted Corbyn, and they didn't learn that nobody's interested in the loony left, and they're pushing the buttons again, aren't they? They want a loony left. And Claudia Webb and Abacus and Angela Rayner and fucking Mandy Pandy, they're fucking idiots. So I don't think this is the end of the world for Germany. I think we're in the shit more than they are. But I might be wrong. The army is even lefty. Check out the latest general. I know. Everyone's off it now. Everyone's fucking off it. Radio rental. Anyway, I'm going to call it early today because I'm dehydrated. I'll drink 12 pints of water and I'll hopefully go for a bit longer tomorrow. Labour's lost its traditional voters. Yeah, it's true. Like I said, the Red Wall Labour in the north are all socially conservative. Labour voters in Hartlepool, Sunderland, Middlesbrough, you think they're soft on crime, obsessed with cocks and trans and fucking a strange love for the religion of many pieces? I mean, it's lunacy. The old left's dead. It's social justice madness we've all got to fucking suck up to now. So, right, I'm done. Thanks for watching and sharing and all that bollocks. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Check out that video about Claudia, if you haven't, because she's completely off her tits. Check out Paz's, because he's just done one about fucking the Romaniac, Angela Rayner. And yeah, thanks for checking it out. See you tomorrow. All right, take it easy.